Well, for more on the Kip Keino Classic, as we mentioned earlier, we are delighted to be joined by sports journalist and sports management consultant Wanjiku Mwenda. Wanjiku, thank you for sticking around. We thought we lost you there. Well, Wanjiku, the Kip Keino Classic is only 2 years old, but it's already established itself as a signature meeting. Why is this the case, Wanjiku?
First of all, thank you so much for having me, and sorry for the hiccup just there a few minutes ago, but I'm glad that I'm joining you tonight. And yes, very good question right there. And I think I can only divide it into three, maybe. There are very many reasons why the Kip Keino has rapidly grown in the 2 years that we've had it in Kenya, but I will divide that into 3 points. One, because Kenya is an athletic nation. We have organized athletics events in the recent past, the last 5-6 years. We had the World Under 18 World Athletics Championships in 2017. We had the World Under 20 this year as well. And then the Kip Keino Classic. And what these events have shown is that Kenyans really accept and really receive the athletics competitions very well, that are those events that are taking place in the country. Whether they will be there or they'll be watching virtually, or they will just be talking about it on the social media platforms, there is a good receiving point from the Kenyan fans and followers of the athletic sport. The other point will be that last year, the organizers, that is the local organizing committee, as well as the meet agency organizer, that is Golazo, really put the best foot into this so that they could make an impact into the Kip Keino Classic as a continental tour. So they really did a good job last year, and it was well received, and they had no choice but to have a better event this year. So they already had a good foundation last year. We had around 5,000 people even attending it at the Nyayo National Stadium. And then that, because of that reception that we had, even during COVID times in October last year, they, organizers and even World Athletics, saw that it's better than to bring this event into a better event and make it even bigger. And they had to move even the stadium, the venue, from the Nyayo National Stadium to the Kasarani Stadium, which was a plus for Kenya, a plus for the organizers, a plus for even the meet agency organizers, Golazo. And that is the only way we can do, just get better and better. And of course, the presence of the international athletes this year gave it a plus. The likes of Justin Gatlin, the likes of Fred Curley from the US, Mike Rogers, and Christine Moma from Namibia, all the Olympics champions, medalists, and the World Athletics Championship medalists making their way to Kenya was quite a plus as well for the organizers and also Athletics Kenya as a whole.
All right, Wanjiku, Kenya is definitely a powerhouse in athletics. I say it's about time. But let me ask you this. Did the 2021 Kip Keino Classic state a strong case for the event to be upgraded to the World Athletics Diamond League event in the future years?
A good question. I will say as a higher percentage, yes. But there's also what we call the 80-20 rule that applies in everything, every aspect about life. Yes, we had a first year last year, very good event, another better event in 2021. But this is a platform that we've been given in the next 5 years, in a period of 5 years, Kenya to organize a continental tour. How we are going to handle this now is what will prove whether or not we are going to be promoted to the Athletics Diamond League category. Remember that in Africa, we only have the Diamond League taking place in Rabat, Morocco. It has happened there in a couple of times, a couple of years and seasons. But if we continue in this kind of form for the Kip Keino Classic, then maybe in the 4th edition, 2 years from now, there's a likelihood we can get that promotion to the Athletics Diamond League stage. However, that said and done, we need to do a lot of improvement in organization. Remember, sports events organization is quite a huge stakeholder of the sports ecosystem. And every country that is being granted this kind of opportunities to host global events then really need to put an A game in events organizing. Now, we had already done 2 years of it. There's can only get better. We can only put the best foot forward. We can only sharpen our skills, especially in events organizing, and make sure that we are on that level of the Diamond League category.
All right, Wanjiku, before I let you go, you mentioned Justin Gatling, one of my favorite athletes, one of the few men to beat Usain Bolt in the 100 meters. What were your highlights from the event that will stick with you for a long time? Do tell us.
That very point that you talked about, the Justin Gatlins of this world. I had an opportunity to organize a pre-conference press conference just the day before the event, because we were part of the organizing committee as well, which was also a highlight for me. And meeting and rubbing shoulders with the likes of Justin Gatlin and Fred Carley, an athlete who has shown tremendous talent in the sprints, in the 400, 100, and 200. You're not likely to just meet athletes who are all-rounded like that in different race categories. But also, other than that, that's a personal part of it. I was very humbled to see a Kenyan sprinter record an African record on the 100 meters race categories on Kenyan soil on high altitude. That means that Africans can do better, we can grow better. We need to change the narrative of just being long distance or middle and long distance athletes, but we can also nurture what we are seeing, the rise of sprinting in the country, in Kenya, in South Africa, in Namibia, Botswana, as well as West African countries. So we really need to put a lot of investment in sprinting races as well.